Hey everyone, this is Matt with Body by Brady again, and I'm with Dr. Tom of Core Physical Therapy, and we'll be chatting today about plantar fasciitis. I know I have a lot of people in the studio that have that, a lot of family friends that have it. So let's first go off of, what exactly is plantar fasciitis. I guess the technical of what it is, and then the symptoms of it, how people can see if that is their problem.
Yeah, so plantar fasciitis, it's your plantar fascia. And anytime you have an itis, it's inflammation. So tendinitis, plantar fasciitis.
Okay.
It's a connective tissue in your foot. So it's not necessarily a tendon, it's not a muscle, it's just a connective tissue.
Okay.
And it becomes inflamed or irritated, and it can affect all different people. It can affect people who are on their feet walking a lot. It can affect people from, if you're overweight, sometimes your arch can collapse a little bit. If you're active as a runner. So basically it's going to really affect your mobility anytime you're weight bearing.
Okay.
One of the big hallmark signs is pain first thing in the morning. So that first step when you get out of bed is usually pretty miserable.
So is the only one there's pressure, or is there constant foot pain?
You can get that occasional ache where it just throbs and hurts, but you're going to, usually through weight bearing, you're going to feel more pain. And it can happen really for a variety of reasons. You can have a traumatic event, so you can have an injury, whether it's a bruised heel or you step on something and all of a sudden now your foot is different, so it doesn't necessarily contact the ground the same way all the time. Other times it can come from just an overuse injury where you're on your feet a lot, or now you have footwear that's not very supportive. Possibly in the summer you're wearing sandals, you're not wearing your shoes anymore. That can lead to your arches collapsing a little bit.
Now, is it something you can get rid of, or is it something that you have the rest of your life?
Yeah, absolutely get rid of it. I think it's unfortunate. A lot of people tend to live with plantar fasciitis when they don't have to, or they try to monitor it, or they try to stay on top of it instead of ultimately getting rid of it. And depending upon the reason for it, there's different avenues and different ways to treat it and help with it. If it is from that traumatic injury, you might actually tear your fascia. At that point, you need to try to do some cross friction on your fascia and then stretch it out. And that should help take care of it. But a lot of times what ends up happening is it comes from a leg length discrepancy. So if your hips are off a little bit, it might make one leg a little bit longer than the other. And your body's natural way of trying to fix that is your arch collapses. So you'll notice on the leg that's a little bit longer, your arch might fall a little bit. They're fallen arches. And in order to correct the issue on your foot, you can work massaging your foot all you want, stretching your foot all you want, but ultimately if you don't correct the root of the issue, it's never going to get better. It might feel better occasionally, but then it's going to always flare up and come back.
So do like the insoles on people's shoes and stuff, is that more of just a temporary fix or not a real fix, or
I think
masking the problem?
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it, masking. And I'm not huge on insoles. I think if you have a foot deformity or extremely flat foot, it's important to use that because that's ultimately going to help. If you're in pain, it's great to be able to use it immediately so you can take the pain away. But ultimately, you don't want to have to rely on that insole. And really, if you think about back in the day or a long time ago, where say countries that aren't as developed, they run, they basically have leather on their foot. They tie leather to their foot. And they don't deal with plantar fasciitis. They don't deal with all these issues that we have here. We have really nice sneakers here. We have sneakers that are really supportive. But really, that forces your muscles to not be strong enough because they don't have to. The sneakers are doing all the support for you. And just like I could take a hand weight or a grip, and I can squeeze and get my forearm stronger, you can actually do the same thing with your foot. And you can try to rebuild that arch and get that foot stronger. So again, if your foot's very flat or you have some other issue, the inserts are great, but if you can ultimately fix the problem and not have to have that, that's always a better scenario.
So what are some, quick points that people can do to help alleviate their symptom with plantar fasciitis and they can't get to you right away? What are like 5 ways that they can do?
First and foremost, correcting the alignment is really the most important thing, because even if it's like the chicken or the egg, what happens first? Because you're out of alignment, which causes your foot to start hurting. If your foot hurts, so you shift your weight, now you're out of alignment. But again, with it being the most painful first thing in the morning, it's just stretch your ankle out right in the morning. I'll tell people to keep a strap by their bed, even before your first few steps, because usually when it's really irritated at night, you sleep, everything tends to be relaxed. So then you step first thing in the morning, and now everything re-tears. And now it hurts. Usually the first 4 or 5 steps in the bathroom are a little bit of limp, and it tends to feel a little better. And then throughout the day, it gets more sore and achy. So keeping a strap there and stretching it out.
So just pulling back on the toes, or
just doing a nice little ankle stretch. I know I've dealt with this myself on and off. I had an injury which led to it, but I would just point my toe. I didn't even use a strap. I would just go up and down, try to get a little bit of a stretch to it.
Do you hold it, or do you hold it in the flex and hold it in extended, or do you leave it?
Go back and forth, up and down, a little pressure on, pressure off. That just helps to wake that tissue up. And that way it's not quite as painful. It still hurts. It's not pleasant. The other big thing is ankle mobility. So a lot of times you might lack ankle mobility. The way your body works, it's alternating segments of stability and mobility. So the bottom of your foot should be stable. If it's not stable, the arch will collapse, and that's where you develop that plantar fasciitis. Your ankle should be mobile, but if your foot is lacking stability, your ankle is going to try to take over and be a little more stable. And it's going to result in not having quite the mobility that you need. Really, with tight ankles, tight calves, that's going to affect your plantar fascia directly. So by getting your ankle moving better, you can then stretch your Achilles, stretch your calf muscles, and that's also going to improve your ability to bring the foot up and down. Those flexing plantar fascia as well.
So tight calves can lead to plantar?
Yeah, tight calves are a very big hallmark sign of that. And even the way you walk when you have it, you end up starting to rotate your feet out a little bit more, and that can affect other things. So we touched base on glutes and hips before, but it really can affect the whole chain.
What else? What would be another?
One of my favorite things to tell people is just to do a little self-cross friction massage. So if this was my foot, just cross your leg up and over, pull your toes back, make sure you get your big toe, and just find that sore spot. Sometimes use ice if you want to numb it up, or you just find it and just rub that sore spot. Just work it, whether it's 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 2 minutes. Ultimately, just see what works for you. Other ways of doing that too, a golf ball. Put a golf ball on the ground. Just roll your foot all over a golf ball up and down. And some people like doing frozen water bombs. Water ball in the freezer, taking it out, and just roll back and forth. And the ice helps. Sometimes it can help to break up some of the fascia adhesions as well.
Now, with it being cold, if it numbs it, does it make it harder for them to find the spot, or can they still find the spot?
Not quite. You can still find it. It's just not going to. You can push probably a little harder and it won't work quite as bad.
All right. So, if someone is dealing with plantar fasciitis now and they need to get a hold of you or stuff like that, what are some ways they can get a hold of you to do that?
Feel free to stop by. It's 9347 Founder Street. Give us a call. It's 803. What's your number?
803-630-5788.
It's been a long day. 803-630-5788.
There you go. Or he's on Facebook. He's on Instagram. So a lot of ways to get in contact with him. This is a short episode today, but we wanted to hit something that fits a lot of people. So if you're watching this video later, give us some other ideas that you people are wanting to hear about, and we'll be able to address that in future episodes. Thank you, everyone, for checking us out, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Thanks.